Good morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are. Welcome to London session, 2nd of September, and it is right now 2:21 Eastern Time exactly. Well, I haven't done my pre-market analysis like I used to because I was really not feeling well yesterday. I just slept basically all day. I'm feeling much better now, but yeah, still need to get into it. So, and I just wanted to get on and just hang out with you guys. So, yeah, so let's go over it. Let's get into it. Yeah, Friday was a beautiful drop. Looking back in hindsight, I could have done much better, especially when we had this low. That was it here? Where was the low? Oh, it was here. Monday, Friday. No. That was, oh yeah, we had the half day yesterday, right? It was, now where were we? Oh, it was much lower, obviously. Yes. And we've got the monkeys coming here. Might get a little bit busy. The monkeys are here. They always come when I'm live streaming, like they know, right? Okay, let's just stick here and let's go to the 15-minute here. Because this was it Friday. Where is Friday? Where are you? Let's go to the 15. Yeah, it was around this area right here. And I was still eyeing this area and the monthly low, the monthly open, but obviously the weekly objective had been met. And if I watched a little bit better, to actually the video that I made, I just posted it. There's a lot of information there. If I've done my homework correctly, I could have anticipated, okay, the weekly objective has been met. We're not going back further up. And yeah, so that was in hindsight, but interesting. And now I still have that level in mind, this level and that monthly open, that's at 307. Here you go. So I'm still watching that for now, and maybe in this London session we might get into that. So I still need to do my proper pre-market analysis because I just didn't have the energy yesterday. I was just trying and looking. I've tried to watch some tennis. I fell asleep again, and I just thought, you know what? I'm just going to sleep. I'm just going to just accept that I'm tired. I don't know why, but yeah, things happen. So I haven't been in the charts, which I normally do on an extra day like that, because I didn't live stream yesterday, and I didn't do. Sometimes I do trade on half days because they do give good opportunities sometimes, but you just have to, they're just more scarce. But I didn't look at the chart at all. Yeah. So let's get into it now. I might cough a little bit, so I am sorry about that. Here we go. Come to the 1 minute. Here on this one. Now. The dog is the dog that you hear. That's the barking dog because the monkeys are around, so they always go totally berserk. Or this dog goes berserk all the time. It's quite annoying. He barks just basically all day. Here we go. Let me see if there is. Okay, it's 2:25. We're just going to wait now. I will go over some other charts, so it might be a little bit messy for you to look at. So my apologies for that, because I was actually testing a few things on those charts. I don't want this. You go away. Need to show me. And I got it. Yes, I got you. Let's go. Monthly opens here. We've got the weekly low is here at 370, and now if you notice this, we have an equal low with Monday 25th August, and so we did not take any liquidity. So now definitely I have this on my radar because of this equal low, right? Or did we take it with one tick? Let us just calculate that. So the low is 71.50, and this one is 70.50. Okay, so technically we did take a sweep here, but it's not significant, right? Because you can also see here, you've got apologies, we've got a flat bottom candle here. So that's always a draw on liquidity, because there's a lack of manipulation on this wick. So I consider this still an equal low, even though it has a minor sweep. Yes, so still on my radar. And the question is now, what are we going to do? Are we first going to go up and then take that, or are we going to take that and then go back up? Yeah. So let's just watch price action. Oh, I hate this. Why are you doing that, trading view? Don't bother us with your yeah, I still have to do my pre-market analysis, what I normally do, but obviously I missed a day, and so this is an important level for me. I'm going to mark that for today. Put it here. Now, there you go. Sometimes TradingView doesn't show me that box. Yeah, that was last Friday as well, or last was it Friday? Yeah. So I couldn't do my changes. Right now it shows it pops up again. So sometimes that happens. Okay. There we go. So you see how it rejected right into this middle in this line. So I'm watching this, and we're creating a lot of lows here, right? You can see it's now creating liquidity. I switched off the music because for some reason the cable, I had this virtual cable set up so the music would go through OBS and not through my speakers, so that the sound would be cleaner. But for some reason, and during this weekend, my mic, and I think it had to do with that setup. I don't know. It's something just really went berserk. So I just had to disconnect everything and just start everything over. So and I was recording that video, so I just disconnected everything, and I just thought, you know what, I'll set it up again, but I'll do that after after this session. So no music this session. Yeah, 2:31. Oh, there might be a nice short here, right? Let me have a look. Are we going to that 307 level? So I'm eyeing this level here. So we've got this level here, and the 307 has my interest. So we went into this one here. We go lower. We have we touched the 0.5. So yeah, it might be. Let's get into a short. Let's get ready for prepare for a trade. Let's give it some more time. It's 2:33. We could start a run. Do I need to connect this? Let me see. Yeah, do I need to connect this? Yeah, so I still have this level. I still think we are bound to go a little bit lower before we go higher. Why? Let me go to the 15 again. Let me show you on the hourly. So we basically created an equal low here. We did swap it with one tick, right? Just one tick. Oh, we did go here though. This here. And we have this level, and then we have the monthly open at at 307. That's around here. And there's a nice wick here as well, which also is we also have to keep in mind to utilize. So let me measure this wick as well. Let's see if that matches with 307. Okay, oh, that's interesting. The 305 matches up with my purple line, which I calculated as 305. So, yeah, so that's the half of this week. So I said 307, that's the monthly open. I have this is a some time-based level that I always mark on my charts. And it matches exactly with 305. So definitely I have, that's going to stay on my radar. Yes. And then we have these levels here. 1.2524. Wow. 4.25. Interesting. Okay. 307. Okay, let's forget about this. Let's just focus on this now. So I haven't done my pre-market analysis because I was a little bit ill yesterday. Not really ill. I just fell asleep all the time, so I just didn't bother going into the charts. Normally I use this extra day. I did make a video, and I did do some. I went deeper into my concept that I'm working on. I gave like the video that I made. It's sort of like a basic, the first layer of information that I gave about that concept. I think it's pretty interesting, to be honest, and it really helps you define the ranges, and especially using the 830 candle, so you can really use that to calculate the range that the price will go to. But it's a much deeper. I mean, it's sort of a rabbit hole, and I'm starting to figure out how the whole thing starts, how it works, and it was a little bit like, oh, I'm really onto something here, and I think I am. But that's just the first layer that I shared. So I did that in the weekend, and then yesterday I was really too tired to get back into the charts. So that's it. But I still have this lower level in mind. So the 307, which is the monthly open, and then this is the event horizon. So that is between two, for the ICT traders among us, they know that this is between two NWOGs. So yeah, I don't think we are done yet going to the downside, because as you can see, these are basically equal lows. And on the 1 hour, what you can see on this one, on the 1 hour, let me show you. Oh no, it's not a one. Is it the 1 hour? It's a 15-minute. I'm sorry. Let me go to the 15-minute. Here you can see it's a flat bottom. There's no wick. So those always want to be traded again, and it needs like a manipulation. So that gives me the confidence, or a little bit higher probability, that it will still go down. It is not done yet with the down move. Yeah, see, so creating liquidity on the 15 minutes. So we all have these little lows forming, and we just touched into midnight. So I just want, it's always a little bit confusing when we have an extra half day. So obviously that gives data too, and I must be honest, I'm always struggling sometimes, because when I use my data and there's an extra day, it sort of like screws up with my how I do my analysis. Like, oh, do I have to incorporate that data, or just skip it? And sometimes I'm a little bit off when I do use it, or when I don't use it. So I'm still always when this extra day. So that's why I'm always careful now. It's London session. I'm just going to paper trade to get into the rhythm and make sure that I have my levels correctly calculated for the PM and the AM session. So today is just going to be paper trading for this session, just to figure out what levels to use, so I can really, manage to do well again in the New York session. I don't think, let me just double check, because I didn't do that as well. I have that in my head. The news, it's Tuesday today, right? It feels like Monday, but obviously it's Tuesday because we had a bank holiday yesterday. Okay, we do have 10 a.m. news. We got the ISM manufacturing PMI and some European news, but that doesn't really do a lot for us. That's in London, end of London time. Okay, that could be interesting that it just moves a little bit during London. So the ISM manufacturing 10 a.m. PMI. Okay, well, it's not at 8:30 because, I just love the 8:30 news, because I do believe that's a very significant level that's being used for more things than just a high volatility candle. But that's in my video. Let me just get something to drink. My throat is, you can hear my voice a little bit, right? So I hope I can, it's not too annoying. And the coughing, actually. So right now we are using the green line here, is the first presented fair value gap of, I believe it's yesterday. No, it wasn't yesterday's, because I don't know. Let me just double check if we created one, because I think we trade until
12:45. It's 12:30, right? Then the market closes. Let's go back a little bit. Yeah, definitely. That was Friday, so that's good. So, so we didn't create yesterday's PM session. So, are we now going back into the zone to this level here? Because we do have a little gap here at 23,460, and it's in the first percentage fair value gap of the London session. Obviously not this one because we still have to create that one. So this is Friday's. So for now we just have to wait because we're only going to trade setups that we really feel confident with, that we really think, okay, we've got an edge here, we've got things lining up, time, price, setup is presenting itself. We've gone over certain levels and we're just going to go for those. And if I do see a scalp, which is like sometimes, you know, if I miss a move, for example, and I do see a scalp because it's the last bit of the run, I do take it. So those are 10 points. Those are the points that give me, well, they do have to give me 10 points. Otherwise I'm not interested. But yeah, I call that a scalp then. And then I just take those as a scalp. But I'm not looking for those. I'm looking for the runs that are a little bit, give me preferably over 10, preferably over 20 points. I'm more interested in those. So that means I have to have a clear AMD, accumulation, and then a manipulation, and then the distribution move. So the distribution move most of the time gives you more than 20 points. And the manipulation move, on the other hand, well, you know, if we let's say this is now very choppy, but this would have been the manipulation move, and we get the nice distribution. 442, 411, 410. Okay, so that's 30 points about the move. So if this will be, and if this move will be the distribution, well, you know, we've created liquidity here, so it is. We can see this as a nice, we can see this as an inversion here now. We retested it to 20-ish. Yes, yeah, I just came on too late. This would be an entry here to 20. In this case, I would just take it up to this line. So this would have been a scalp for me. So we have an inversion here. You see this black candle market. And then we work our way through it. And then we go back down into it here to 20. And then now we're getting the move. But because I would just come on stream, I did not take it, all honesty, because I'm just still getting into my rhythm. And always when I have a day like that, because I'm on the market and on the charts basically every day. And if I'm not, I feel like I'm just, you know, I just miss it. And then I feel like I'm behind, and I'm still getting into it. But I do see a trade here. This is the retest of that inversion. We have a breaker here. Do we have a breaker here? Yes, it's a valid breaker because we were high, low. We went through it. This is the retest of this breaker. We have an inversion. So it's a very valid trade, this, because of this wick here at 220. All credits to Hydra because he pointed out the macros at the 20 to 40 level. Those are continuation macros. So if you see this happen at 220, you know, and if you say, oh, I don't trade macros, people that really trade time, you can see this as a valid entry point because it does retest the breaker here, and you're in an inversion, left the inversion. So this is now a valid, you can use this now as a trampoline, right? Can we? Have we gone out of it? No, it's not true what I'm saying right now, but we did go out of it here. Yes, we did. Went out of it on the bottom, you went out of it at the top, and then you have the retest. I wouldn't be surprised if we get back into this zone again and go to this level here. But let's see. Not in a trade at the moment, but if I would have been on time, I started the stream late. So if I would have seen this retest, I would have entered and then just traded up to this first presented fair value gap of the PM session and midnight. So midnight is right over here, right? So 00.
That will be my trade, and that's a trade of, let's say I enter here, stop loss goes below this wick, so that's like let's say, so you enter here 422, so it's a 5-point stop loss, and then you take it up to midnight 37. So that's a 15-point trade. And as you can see now, it's rejecting here as well, right? Well, that you can expect that always when you see midnight, when it takes that liquidity level. And obviously it's as well in a first presented of the PM. Even though it might continue, it will hesitate. It will have a some form of accumulation again. So yeah, it's just a few. We're on a 5-minute chart on this one, but as you can see, it's continuing now, and it might be a good trade, to be honest. 427. We're going to get to the 233. So that always gives some spike of volatility. Remember that time, 233. There we go. So we've got liquidity right over here. But yeah, I think this is the draw on liquidity here. So the gray line is the first presented of when the around midnight. Let's see how it reacts there. Okay, we have to keep in mind though that we have a new, obviously we have a new N walk, which is embedded in the older N walk, as you can see here, right? So the 554 level, that's right over here, that is the beginning of the N walk that is from this week. Yeah, I never like it when they're embedded in another one. No, not on the desk now. Okay, we have another breaker here. So, and obviously when we break this, that might be the retest that we get for, if it wants to go higher, you'll have to retest this. But obviously I still have a lower bias. I still have a bias that is going to the downside. But the question is, are we going to do that during London or not? And are we just going to use London for the manipulation upwards to make that last move to the downside? Or we're just done to the going to the downside. That's also a possibility that I'm off, that I'm not correct on this analysis. You always have to keep that in mind. That you're wrong. You could be wrong. Sometimes you just need more data, and the data will come during, you know, if you're behind the charts, more things develop, and then you can readjust and think, oh, okay, I overlooked that, I didn't see that. So, and this is also an important fair value gap, because this is obviously a CB, and we've got liquidity here, and the question now is, are we going to take out all the liquidity that is here, or are we going to reverse to the downside from here? Obviously, when we go over this one, you know, then it's like, okay, we want to go much higher. That's pretty, I mean, that's common sense, right? Yes, let me just mark. I just want to mark those. I always grade the the N walks. Let me see if we have some overlaps in the one that was created this week with the one that we already have. So you see the two green boxes, right? Oh, what happened here? I lose my other? What did I do? There we go. Okay. I thought I lost my that one. Okay. I just wanted to grade this. Here we go. Okay. So we created this N walk, we went below it, we went above it, we went below it, and okay, so price action has been working its way in both directions to this N walk already, so it's not that it's been used, but you know they're being used all week, right? It's not specifically when, oh, when price action has gone through it. Okay, now look how interesting this is. This is what I like to do. You see now that the midpoint, you see the 75% is the, okay. So there is some overlap here, as you can see, they're slightly off. So 0.5 matches with a 0.75 and a 0.25. So they have a little bit of a gap, but obviously, yeah. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to take off the larger one until we get to the 0.7066 level. Okay. Yeah. So I'm just going to leave this on. You see how wicky it is on the 15-minute? It's just making wigs, and it's just very, I mean, it's really not nice. See if I missed any information. So we're using this inversion here on the 15. Yeah, we're moving up now. Nice. 255. I'm going just for a long paper trade, nothing serious, just getting into the, just going to take it to the, in this case, stop loss right below here. This is the trade for me now, just a paper trade to warm up. So why this level here and not this level? I mean, looking at the beginning of the N walk, so I'm just taking it to the N walk. That's it. then either it's going to go through this level and to here, but there could be a rejection at the end walk, and then it just takes more time, and I just going to play it safer. So now you see a little rejection at the first presented, but it doesn't really have any significance. It's quite small, right? As well. Yeah. So we've got liquidity here, first presented here, but because of this, and this is the first presented, the end walk of this week is embedded in the last week's one. So that's where I am taking it off. Now it's London session, so sometimes they can just take this liquidity out, and obviously it's in the fair value gap, as you can see here. But let's give it some more time. Let's give it some more room. I'm going to go to I'm on the 5 minutes. I never trade after 5 minutes, to be honest. So that's a little mistake on my end. Yeah, okay. You can see I'm not that sharp yet. I'm just, okay, and now you see on the 1 minute, my level for first presented the end walk matches with the first presented fair value gap of the AM session. And yeah, so I'm just going to leave it there. That's okay. I'm just going to give it some room. Now, this is settlement price of yeah. So you have to figure. That's something because I haven't been on the chart. We have settlement price of yesterday as well, which is see, now it's rejecting of the other end walk, right, of the old one. You can see that happening right over here. So it just gives a rejection, but it's already going back up. It doesn't worry me because we still have this liquidity here, and we're still in a macro. But then again, if you look at it is like a trend line, so it could, but it looks like it wants to go up further. It's a paper trade, so I still trade it the same way I would as so once I start moving, then I'll start trailing my stop. I do notice we have flat bottoms here, so I look at the 15, it's not a flat on the 15, so if I would see a flat bottom on the 15, I always mark them. Okay, I want you to go into the end walk here, so then once it gets into this end walk, we have a clear indication that it might go higher. You see, it's sort of like stall. You see that? Yeah. Nasty price action, actually, to be honest. Yeah. There we go. Now I trail my stop. Oh, come on. It's nasty. See, it's probably going to take me out now. Yeah, so you see what's happening here, right? It's rejecting off that end walk. That's okay. I mean, there's no losing trade here. So the time is not ready. We create an equal high here. It's actually now retesting the breaker here. Let's give it another go. Tight stop. We are still macro. Now the only thing, it's a paper trade. My stop loss, it's going to be very. I'm waiting for 303. We're in the N walk. I'm watching the N walk on the right side. We're in it right now. Um, we only could. It's possible that we just make that we create liquidity for the next run. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Yeah, this is price action you don't want to be in, right? So that's why when I take trades, I always look at I take my TP at those levels. Sometimes don't wait for this because you could be, you can get this price action. Let's see if it makes the run at 303, or it's just going to use some more time. And 303, are you going to make the run at 303? Let's see. So when you would have gotten in this area, right, at 220-ish, and then you wouldn't mind this chop. You can just sit it out and just wait for example, for this level to be hit. Or if you played it to this level, to the N walk, you will be out at around this time at 3 o'clock. So this would be a trade from 220 to 3 o'clock. And it's still mechanical because you have a breaker, and you know, the beginning and the midpoints and the ends of N walls you can consider them liquidity points as well. So, yeah. So always keep them on your chart, especially on Monday and Tuesdays. I use them a lot, especially when we have a consolidation Monday, Tuesday. Price ping pongs between those levels, and also event horizon is a level that I use as well. So it can get a little bit confused. No, it doesn't get confusing now because the N walk was created on Friday with. I just have to. The only thing I remember now is we also have to make an N walk from Friday till Tuesday, not the Monday one because actually Monday was a bank holiday, right? So I have to double. I think we also have to make because this indicator only plots it from Monday, but technically the week starts today, the normal week. So that's an extra. I'm going to do that later on and see if that data is. I have to that in my journal somewhere that I had to do that to make sure that I got my price, that I got my data correct. But anyway, we see how it's rejecting, and the safe bet would have been getting out at the bottom of the N wall. And you take your low hanging fruit. You just you see the wick did take out this liquidity. I still think it's going higher, but it's wigged me out 2 times now. So I'm fine with it. Not the kind of price action I really look for to be in, but it's always good to. Okay, so it's rejecting off the bottom of the N walk, so that's okay. Or just creating a nice order block, right? Beautiful, going down. So nice rejection there, awesome. So again, at 303, we had the rejection. So I'm always saying mind the 303, right? The 3 after the hour, that's where you get the change if the macro's done. So you have to divide the macros in two. And I always say the 3 after the hour. It's a beautiful short. Look at that. And where did it reject? Exactly at the bottom of the N walk. So please backtest the third in a macro, the third minute after the whole hour. If you divide the macro in two sections, you have the first section going up and then the second after. So if you see that happen, and exactly when you see a level like this rejecting off, so it did create the manipulation wick of the 3 o'clock candle. It took out the liquidity and then it made the shift to the downside. I'm still bearish. I still have the levels like I mentioned before. The 307, the 388. Yeah, I'm like I said, I wasn't feeling well. I'm not in a trade. If I take a trade, it's a paper trade. But as I mentioned on stream, I'm bearish for the session because we still didn't take out the monthly open. And we've got the event horizon here, and because it rejected off this low of the N walk of last week, This is the event horizon. This now still has my I'm looking at that level. I don't know if we're gonna get it in this run because we have a really good move now. Let's see how far the move goes, and we might get hey SMC Charter, how are you doing? How did you do this weekend? Did you have a good weekend? Yeah. I slept yesterday all day. I didn't really get into the chart, so I'm using that time today. But yeah, I'm just still bearish on this. I still have the monthly open as a target, and obviously the event horizon because we rejected off this N walk. It tells me we still have this level that needs to be that could be a draw. Yeah, relaxing. Oh my God, I don't know what happened. I'm still, you can hear my throat is still coughing and things like that. Yeah. I'm hoping for a nice retrace and then entering, but it seems like it's just running. I hope someone is in that. Yeah, I made a video. It's on my, it's like I really it really helps me to define, I use the 830 candle to define trading ranges, and I made a video on it. It's sort of like layer one, and I was like really going into that on those levels on the charts Friday, Saturday, and made that video. Obviously, oh, we're going down. Oh my God, look at that move. I wish I was in it actually, to be honest. But then again, I'm just paper trading because I need to get back into the charts. But yeah, this is such a, exactly at the third minute after the hour. And that's for me also a key time when you break up the macros. And then it made the turn. It hit the N walk. Oh, it was such a clear trade actually. But I talk about it and then I don't take it, right? So now I've been sleeping yesterday all day. So I'm just getting back into it and I'm just warming up. So I'm just paper trading right now. But damn it, I said it in the beginning of the stream. I pointed out the levels and this is a trade I should have been in, to be honest. This is my distribution trade. Yeah. It's annoying that I miss it. It's going to go to this level for sure, 388. Yeah. Are you in a trade? Look at it going. This annoys me because this is actually, I had like on the paper, even though it was paper training, it wigged me out. And then I mentioned look at the 303. We might have I knew that, okay, we're in a specific zone. We're using the bottom of the N walk. We already, and then a 303 just turned. Yeah. Look at this going. You can touch this little box. There we go. Done for now. Okay, let's see if we get a retracement. I want a retracement and then I'm ignoring this one. Yeah, it's NFP. I know. I agree with you. I agree. I just wanted to get on stream and get back into the rhythm. But I'm not going to trade any live funds or anything. It's just going to be analysis and it's very wiki, but I still like to go over things, and I agree with you. Just know we're very careful. Yeah. So this level is also working now as the endpoint of the macro. It's 315. Okay, that's nice. Yeah. I still have this level. I'm still going to try to take a trade to the levels like I mentioned before. Tape reading, yeah. I mean, we have to tape read as well, right? I mean, we learn from it. That's where our growth is. Yeah. So do you literally skip every month the first week, or is it because of the we have a shorter week? Is that generally what you do? You let the weekly profile? be created. Oh, it's just going. Look at that beautiful trade. I do. I look gorgeous today. Are you kidding me? I feel a little bit off because I'm not feeling 100%. So okay, well, thanks for the compliment. I guess that does me well being not 100%. Maybe because it's getting summer and we just wear summer clothes. That helps as well, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, generally ignore first week. Yeah, NFP week. I agree with you. I do not trade I take my most losses going back into my charts. But, for the sake of um, the live streams, it's good just to, it's nice to get online and just, hang out, I guess. So, and I'm just saying every time, if I take a trade, it's just a paper trade and I need to get back into the charts and blah, blah, blah. But yeah, it was a nice week. Last 2 weeks were pretty nice, honestly. Were good weeks. Good. We had a lot of good opportunities, right, to trade. It's going for SMT low. They left yesterday on ES. I didn't look at the chart yesterday. So does it take is SMT low? Or you call it SMT low? Is that interesting? So when there's an SMT on one, so you mark that low as significant because it reuses that as well. Obviously, I guess, yeah. It's going for SMT low. They left. Are you trading ES or are you trading NQ generally? What is SMT low on ES? Let me check. Oh, you are so annoying. Just have to do that all the time. They left yesterday. Look, we have a little gap here as well. This looks like a zone of SMT. 930. I trade both, yeah. Okay, now let's see if we have a nice opportunity. I'm just gonna paper trade. I just want to get back in the I was so tired. I mean, normally I don't sleep a lot, but yesterday I was just like, oh my god, I just couldn't stay awake. And I love watching the U.S. Open. I couldn't even follow the matches. I woke up and then it was already done. They were just, I'm like, really? Did I? Finally, you have an extra day, because of the live streams now. I just didn't watch as much as I used to. And then I had an off day yesterday, no trading, no live streams, and then I didn't get to see any of them. Maybe just the beginning, and then I woke up and then it was already gone. I still had to watch the videos. But anyway, yeah. Okay, now we're going back nicely up. What level was the SMT low you were talking about? So NQ had an SMT. Did SM who take what out? Let me see. I took some things off the chart. AS didn't take last week's low while NQ did. Okay. And it was on the opposite side on the high, right? NQ, AS took out highs when NQ did not on the opposite side. Interesting. Yeah. AS didn't take last week, but NQ did. So it's always, on days like that, on one of those, on the holidays, it's always good to still have a look at the levels so you still are aware what happened. And you go to a lower time. I have to go through these to have a look to those sessions. I still also have this level on my chart here, 300-ish. See, we have on the 4-hour, we have a flat bottom here as well, 268. That has my attention. Beautiful. 4-hour, we are in a continuation candle now to the downside on the 4-hour. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised we're going to take out these equal lows. It took it out with one tick, so I consider them equal. So yeah, there we go. This will be my. In all honesty, I think it's already just going down. Look at the 4-hour. There's no way it's going to go up now. We're already below the midpoint of this rejection block, so it's a bit. Let me just YOLO this one, not YOLO it, but I think I'm just going to get this on, and this is a longer trade for today. And my stop loss. I think I can even put it lower, to be honest. Oh, we did create liquidity here. Nah. See, we have this flat bottom here. We're going to the weekly low. That might give a little bit of a reaction to the upside again. Got a lot of liquidity here. No, it's 324. $324-ish. This is 342 and 3. Yeah, the 300 is my daily objective. There we go. Weekly low. Here we go. Yeah, are we going to go up from here? Could be. 325. Yeah, it's too early. Three. Yeah, it's going to go up first and then go down. So in this way, 333. Yeah. Yeah, we hit the we hit the weekly low, so we could get a rejection to the upside. and then continue lower. So I'm too early, most likely. It's a paper trade, so it's going to take me out. And because we hit the weekly, we did hit it, right? The weekly low. So, and let's see at 333 if it's going to continue to the downside. Yeah, you're ready to go up first. I know, it's okay, NQ, do your thing. Take paper trade. I know, it's okay. We have some. 327. Yeah. Now the only for this time, if I look at this, we are in this candle still. Let me calculate this one. Okay, so we are below. Now the close of the previous forecast 413, so we don't want price to go above that. We already took liquidity here on the 4-hour, but it seems like it wants to go more to the upside. Yeah, I need to put it back on these. Let me see. I'll put it on here on this one. The S&T. On the monthly here. Is it monthly? Yes. Do you also use the S&T with the YM, by the way? Is it significant for you? I took it off for some reason at some point to get less information on my charts, but I do think it's still significant, right? Yeah, this was a 71.50, and this was just one tick. It took it out by this candle here. Took out last week's candle with one tick. Yeah, 70.50, and this is 71.50, right? So and yes. Yes, this one here. Yeah. And then it goes. Oh, I'm not on the 15 here. Yeah. Okay, so now we made this flat bottom is now we have a nice wick to it, and we can continue now to the downside. I would presume. Here we go. This was a trade 330. Let me go to my other side. We have a beautiful breaker here. Are we going to disrespect the breaker, or are we going to put it? If I look at the 4-hour, it looks like a continuation candle to the downside. So it started at 2. We took out the liquidity in this one here. So are we going into this wick here, or are we going to do that later? Yeah. Let me see. On the 3-minute, we also have a. So on the 3-minute, if this would be considered a breaker, we haven't closed it below it. If I would have a 3-minute close, it would be. So for me, it's timing. Yeah, see, it's going lower. Yeah. So on the 4-hour, it's clearly like we're still in a continuation 4-hour candle to the downside. But timing, like if I wake up the way I did and I'm not feeling 100%, the timing is always I'm off. So that's why I just paper trade right now. Analysis is okay, it's going down, but then you enter at the wrong time. You're just not on the ball. You're just not on the ball, and yeah, I'm so confident it's going down. This is a nice entry again. 3:30. Yeah, and also as well here. This is 3 minutes after the hour, and this is 3:30 exactly. Those are also always significant times in London. We did tap. I'm just looking. The only thing why I'm looking at it, did we not just touch it with one tick again? See, we didn't touch it. We almost touched it, the weekly low. So that's why I'm a little bit hesitant now to get in. And because you can see the weekly low, the wick came down, but it didn't touch it yet. Well, I'm still bearish. Bearish until the monthly open at 307 on NQ. So here we this wick also wicked into the monthly midpoint. So exactly at 3:30. So, and it's like you can break up those macros in half, right? Considering the 20 to 40 is also a macro. It's go up, 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 and then you can break up the macro, go up for one move. That's, you can consider that the manipulation move, and then this is the distribution move. To the downside. But this could be a rejection block again now. Let's go to the 5. This is not a valid breaker anymore, 5, right? So, so that makes this a valid entry to the downside. Yeah, we're definitely in a continuation 4-hour candle. Look, it's going down. This is a beautiful 4-hour. Took out liquidity on the top here into this fair value gap. That's enough for it to continue to the downside. When I have these zones in this area and they're all stacked up together, it can be an indication for some chop in this area, so it doesn't have to. You enjoy your nap, Kira. I might take a nap as well after this. I want to be fit for the, even though I'm not going to trade my light funds on, I just want to be fit for the AM and PM session again. Yeah, I just want to see how it reacts at this level, at the weekly low. Is it because it just didn't tap into it fully? But I am very bearish because of the 4-hour and looking at the higher time frame. Just want to see how it reacts on this level. I'm still aiming for this level here. If it blasts right through it, might be in. There we go. Just want to see how it reacts if it taps into it. Let's have a look. Enjoy your sleep, and I'll see you again. Thank you for popping by. I really appreciate it. So it's 3:40. Just want to see how it reacts at that weekly low. There, okay, you're blasting through it. That's what I want to see. But are you wicking through it, or are you going further down with your body? See, we're also in this area here. So if it's a 4-hour candle, right? So if it will be distribution to the downside, we still have 3:40 till 6. It's still 2 hour 40 minutes. So the question is, how far are you going to distribute to the down? Okay, now it's just going to go down. You're ready to go. Yeah. You are ready to go, or are you going to wake up again? Let's see if the body goes over. No, it does not. There you are. You see, with all this price action, all these gaps all the time, it's just, do you want to be in it? It's nice to tape read. We're 20 points away, almost 25 away from this level here. So 341, let's see, just going to run to that level. There you go. 341 here. So the trade would have been 330. It tapped into the midpoint of the monthly low. Time matches. We're already in a downtrend. We have a retracement to the upside into beautiful fair value gap here. I actually even marked it as well as a point of interest. So that shows you how off I am. I mean, time matches, retracement. It's a monthly midpoint. It's in my level, and I missed it. But anyway, that's happens when you're not feeling 100%, right? On the 1 minute, this could be considered a breaker, but if you look on the 5 minute, it is already, you can see this candle going straight through it already. It invalidates this breaker. So it's not really a breaker. So always look on with herky-jerky price action. Just check it on the higher time frame if it's really, because you can take it on the lower time frame, but then you really have to be, scalp it. Because you take it from where you don't even really have a retest. Yeah, this wick, maybe just this wick, you can consider this a retest, but look, it's such a small trade. It's not really worth it. The only valid trade for the upside, if I would have been on my game, would be the inversion here. And then, you just write it up, you put your stop below the inversion, and then, yeah, I would write it up to this level here. That's it. That's all I would have done when I would have taken that trade to the upside. But if I'm bearish, I try not to trade bullish trades unless it's really a V-shaped recovery or something. I think, okay, might be a bigger move to the upside. But no, in this case, I would just let it go and just try to only short it. But this would have been, this should have been my entry here. Everything, lined up. We're in a fair value gap time. I marked this area already, as you can see, and I was already bearish. Yeah, I'm still bearish. I'm bearish to this level, and I'm bearish to actually the monthly open. So that's 341. And to go even, this is my chart. Actually, this is also a level I have on my chart, is the 300 level, because it's the mid also of this level, and it's also another midpoint from another calculation. So yeah, I'm bearish as hell. There we go. Sorry. You see, if you want to enter here, if you don't enter properly on this enter here, how difficult it is to enter now, right? Because then it pops up a little bit. You have to sit through drawdown, even though we know our level is going to be here. The event horizon, this is an event horizon, so that's between the point between two NWOGs. It pops up because we're outside macro, obviously. Yeah. Let's see. Most likely it will go retest this week here. Okay, we could scalp it a little bit to the event horizon, right? Maybe even lower. Let's see. I mean, I'm just paper trading anyway today, so perhaps even the whole week because it's NFP week. But it's still nice to trade. Now, because of these overlap here, I just want to make sure that we are going down further. This is the level I'm looking at for now. I'm expecting, and when it hits the event horizon, we might get a good rejection to the upside for the continuation move, because we still have 2.5 hours to go, right, for the 4-hour candle. And there we go. Most of the times, I'm saying most of the times now, it rejects. You can see a reaction from the event horizon, but I'm wondering if today I'm just going to blast through. Because the 347 is not even a macro. I'm, when it would hit it around 350, it could be a macro that we have a macro to the upside, but it's 347 now and is already hitting it. Oh, there we go. Yeah, so now it's just going, it's blasting through it. Yeah, that's what I thought. So it's just going further down. It's just going now down to most likely 305 here. It's on a mission. Beautiful trade. Going to the monthly open now, and it lines up with my level here. So, oh, okay, it could just wick through it and still go up. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay, there we go. That's also okay if you do that. So on the 15, it's just going to be, it goes down, then you get a wick, and then the body will go. Okay, we could get a little, some price action here sideways. Yeah, and you see the bodies are already below here on the lower time frame, so we didn't get a wick up. So it's just going to continue. So the monthly open is 307 if I'm correct. So I would not take it to this box right now. We could wick into it, but 307 would be a valid endpoint for me. If you're in this trade, let me take it to 307. Let's see. There we go. Beautiful. Beautiful. You're beautiful. A little more. Boom. Well, that was basically my objective for today. And we hit it in London, and I missed the trade because I just wasn't. Yeah, that was my objective for today. Beautiful. Now we're in a 4-hour candle, right? And I have to reassess because obviously we're going down more. So I have to look at the higher time frame. Okay, so then I will go to my next level, and that's that 300. So now my objective is 300, which is the midpoint of my time box. And then I really have to reassess. Then I just don't have any daily objectives on my. I have this written down. That was from Friday actually. I was looking for at this level, and then I thought, okay, London, then maybe 307, but now we're going lower. So now let's see. 300 level. Beautiful. Oh, you even went through that one. Okay, well, it's just really on the downside. Yeah, okay, so it's even blasting through that other objective that I have. So that was this one here. So on the 4-hour, and my next objective would be this flat bottom candle 267. 267 is now my level. And we're still in a macro. I need to do some higher time frame analysis. 267, we've got a gap here. Let me mark this one here. We've got a gap here as well. 252. So this blue box was actually the TGIF of last week's. We actually didn't met on the monthly candle. I'm going to take it away because it doesn't really apply, but it's still significant levels though. Okay, 2.5, 2.3, we've got a gap here. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful move. Just beautiful. 068. Okay. Okay, guys, I'm going to leave it at this for today because I'm really losing my voice. I really have to take a little bit of medication, I think. So I'll be back later today, and I want to thank you for joining me, and I'll be back, and I hope to see you again. For now, bye-bye.